It is after midnight. You are exhausted. Your eyes are burning, your body is aching for rest, but you are still up, scrolling, watching, or clicking your way into the early morning, actively putting off the end of the day. This is not just a lapse in discipline or a personal failure. It is a quiet rebellion for the freedom you feel you lost during the day. This phenomenon is called revenge bedtime procrastination. It is that deliberate choice to sacrifice sleep for a few precious hours of me time, even when you know you will pay for it tomorrow. In this video, we are going to break down this silent protest, get to the bottom of the powerful psychological need that drives it, and most importantly, explore real strategies to reclaim your time without declaring war on your sleep. Let us get one thing straight. That powerful urge to stay up is not just you being irresponsible. It is a deep psychological reaction to a very modern problem: the near total erosion of our personal time. The term revenge bedtime procrastination actually comes from a Chinese expression. Born from the frustration of intense work cultures where the day is swallowed whole by obligations, leaving nothing for yourself. In a life run by schedules, deadlines, and other people's needs, the late-night hours can feel like the only territory you actually control. This is all about the need for autonomy, that fundamental human drive to feel in command of our own lives and choices. When your entire day feels like it has been scripted by someone else, your brain starts to feel cornered. For parents, it is the non-stop demands of children. For professionals, it is the emails that never stop and work hours that bleed into home life. For students, it is the mountain of homework and the pressure of exams. Then the sun goes down, the house gets quiet, and the switch flips. Your body is tired, but your mind is defiant. It sees this dark, quiet space as its one and only shot at freedom. In this mindset, going to sleep feels less like restoration and more like surrendering the last sliver of your personal time, like giving in to the very system that wore you out. So, the revenge begins. You open your laptop, pick up your phone, and press play on just one more episode. It is not really about the show or the social media feed. It is an act of defiance. You are taking back the time that was stolen from you. You are consciously or subconsciously getting revenge on a day that did not feel like your own. You know the consequences are waiting. The groggy morning, the brain fog, the irritability. But in that moment, the immediate hit of feeling free is just too powerful to pass up. This creates what is known as an intention behavior gap. You know you need to sleep, you might even want to sleep, but you just do not. This is not weakness. It is a sign that your life is out of balance and your brain is trying to fix it the only way it knows how. The cruel joke of revenge bedtime procrastination is that the very thing you do to feel free ends up trapping you in a cycle of exhaustion and stress. That fleeting sense of control you get at 2 a.m. comes at a huge cost, not just tomorrow, but for your long-term physical and mental health. Let us start with the immediate fallout. When you trade sleep for leisure, you are signing up for sleep deprivation. The next day, you are not just tired. Your brain is basically in low-power mode. Your thinking is slower, your attention span is shot, your memory gets fuzzy, and you are more likely to make bad decisions. Studies show that sleep loss makes it harder to manage your emotions, causing you to overreact to stressful events and making it difficult to find the upside in anything. You become more irritable, more anxious, and less able to handle the exact pressures you were trying to escape in the first place. This vicious cycle makes the next day even more stressful, which only makes you crave that revenge time more the next night. But the damage goes much deeper than just a rough day. Over time, chronic sleep deprivation is a serious threat to your health. Mentally, it dramatically increases your risk for mood disorders like depression and anxiety. The very act that is supposed to bring relief can actually fuel the burnout that drives it. Physically, the toll is just as severe. A consistent lack of sleep weakens your immune system, so you get sick more often. It messes with your hormones and metabolism, raising your risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and kidney disease. Most alarmingly, long-term sleep deprivation is linked to serious cardiovascular problems, including high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. On top of all that, you risk developing chronic insomnia. When you consistently use your bed for things like scrolling on your phone or watching intense shows, your brain unlearns the connection between your bed and rest. Your bedroom, which should be a sanctuary for sleep, turns into a place for entertainment and anxiety. This makes it even harder to fall asleep when you actually try, trapping you in a downward spiral. The rebellion meant to give you a moment of peace ends up destroying it completely. So, if this is not a battle of willpower, how do you win? The answer is not to force yourself into bed. It is to fix the real problem: the lack of freedom and joy in your waking hours. You do not need more discipline at night. Need more moments of your own during the day. So let us talk about how to fight back, not by getting tougher on yourself, but by redesigning your relationship with your time. Here are 5 strategies to reclaim your life long before the sun goes down. Strategy 1. Pay yourself first with pockets of freedom. The main driver here is feeling starved of personal time. The fix? Proactively schedule small, non-negotiable pockets of me time throughout your day. Think of it like a budget. Instead of waiting to see what is left at the end, you pay yourself first. This is not about finding a 2-hour block for a new hobby. It is about weaving 10 or 15-minute bursts of genuine personal freedom into your day. This could be as simple as listening to your favorite album on your commute instead of a work podcast. It could be stepping outside for a 15-minute walk without your phone after lunch. It could be reading one chapter of a novel before you start making dinner. These small acts of autonomy feed your brain's need for control during daylight hours. When you have already given yourself these little moments of joy, the desperate need to steal time from your sleep at midnight starts to fade. You are no longer running on empty, so you do not have to stage a late-night rebellion to feel human again. Strategy 2. Reframe sleep as an act of self-respect. Right now, you probably see going to bed as surrender. The end of your freedom, it is time for a rebrand. Getting enough sleep is not giving in. It is one of the most powerful acts of self-respect you can perform. It is not a chore. It is the foundation that holds up everything else. Start telling yourself, sleep is my superpower, not my enemy. This is not just about being functional for tomorrow's to-do list. It is about respecting your future self. It is choosing to be clear-headed, emotionally stable, and physically healthy. When you see sleep as a luxurious and necessary way of caring for yourself, instead of a punishment that ends your free time, your resistance to it will start to melt away. Strategy 3. Create a wind-down buffer zone. It's not a cliff edge. So many of us live life at full throttle, right up until the moment our head is supposed to hit the pillow. That jarring jump from on to off stresses the brain out. Instead, create a 30 to 60-minute wind-down routine that acts as a buffer between your busy day and sleep. Crucially, this is not your revenge time. This is a deliberate, screen-free ritual designed to signal to your body and mind that it is safe to power down. Ditch the blue light from phones and T-verses, which kills melatonin production and keeps you wired. Instead, pick low-effort, high-comfort activities. Think gentle stretching, a calming playlist, sipping herbal tea, journaling, or reading a physical book. This routine builds a positive habit around bedtime, teaching your brain to welcome rest instead of fighting it. Strategy 4. Find joy in the grind. This strategy is about injecting moments of joy into your daily chores, blurring the line between obligation and play. Not every task has to be a joyless slog. By mindfully adding enjoyable elements to necessary activities, you can boost your daily satisfaction so you do not have to search for it at 1 a.m. For example, put on a great podcast or audiobook while you clean the kitchen or do laundry. Try a new, exciting recipe for dinner instead of just going through the motions. By injecting these small doses of pleasure into your routine, you fight the feeling that your day was only about serving others. This takes the pressure off finding all your happiness in that tiny window before bed. Strategy 5. Name it without blame. Finally, a huge part of breaking this cycle is to stop shaming yourself for it. When you stay up late and then feel guilty and angry at yourself the next day, you are just adding another layer of stress, which only fuels the desire for more escapism. Simply recognizing and naming the behavior is incredibly powerful. Say to yourself, okay, I am doing that revenge procrastination thing because I felt totally out of control today. It shifts the story from I am so undisciplined to I have an unmet need. This self-compassion lets you approach the problem with curiosity instead of criticism. You can then ask, what can I do tomorrow to give myself a little more breathing room? This focuses on solving the real problem, not just blaming yourself for the symptom. That magnetic pull to stay awake when you are running on fumes is not a character flaw. It is a distress signal from your mind. A quiet protest against a life that feels too demanding and not enough your own. But the path to getting your life back does not run through the late-night hours lit by the glow of a screen. It runs through your daytime, in the small choices you make to honor your need for freedom and joy. Rest is not surrender. It is a radical act of resistance in a culture of burnout. By weaving moments of real autonomy and pleasure into your day, you will stop feeling the desperate urge to steal them from your sleep. Make a commitment today to give yourself a better life, not just a better night. Prioritize your rest because you do not just deserve it. You desperately